handbills, posters, things like this. Now, what this does is reverse the system that I talked about earlier. Remember I talked about the House of Commons, national politics in Britain as being people from localities coming with their own message to the center? Well, what's happening here now is that the center is exporting its own message to the various localities, and it's a uniform message. So that the process has reversed. That's the big change. Now, in addition to the uniformity of party doctrine during this period, we also see the polarization and consolidation of political identities around party identities. And in large measure, this hardening of identity occurs around the personalities of two very charismatic leaders. The first is Benjamin Disraeli, who heads the Conservative Party from 1868 to 1881, and the other is William Gladstone, who heads the Liberal Party from 1866 to 1894. Though with Gladstone, there's a small period where he's not the leader. He becomes back triumphantly in the 1880s. Disraeli becomes the national face of conservatism, and he shapes his party's identity around very sort of clearly defined principles: tradition, say the continuity with the past; monarchy; empire; and what maybe you would not expect, working class social reform. Now, I want to emphasize that these are very nationalist principles, right? But for Disraeli, and they're also principles that are socially, it's a view of society that is socially broken up. There are different classes of society in Disraeli's view. But this is not really an exclusivist or exclusionist vision. It's a nationalist one. While there is a variety of different social groups for Disraeli within the nation, these are all united by virtue of the fact that they're all British. And this is what came to be known as one nation conservatism. That's the sort of ideological title of Disraeli conservatism, one nation conservatism. Gladstone, on the other hand, is very different. He becomes the national face of liberalism, and he shapes his party's identity around the ideals of temperance. So he sees alcohol as the curse of the working man; tolerance; improvement; and manly masculine independence. These identities, it's important to know about these identities because they come to shape policy at the parliamentary level. In 1876, for instance, Disraeli very famously makes Victoria not only the Queen of the United Kingdom, but also the Empress of India, uniting monarchy and empire, tradition and empire, and so on. And for much of Gladstone's very long period as Prime Minister, his policies are defined around moral causes, because for Gladstone, as you already should have been able to guess, politics is really a Christian moral endeavor, a Christian moral mission. And his policies become defined around moral missions. From, for instance, his attempts to pacify Ireland, to his complaints about the Bulgarian atrocities, to his pursuit of temperance and the elimination of drink, something which he slightly pursued through the 1872 Licensing Act. Now, as I already said, the important distinction here is that Gladstonian liberalism saw politics as being driven by moral imperatives, and these extended beyond class and beyond national boundaries. Gladstonian liberalism is really a Christian mission, but one that's tied to the Victorian ideal of progress. This is not really the case for Disraelian conservatism or one-nation conservatism. For Disraeli, politics centers on national traditions, prestige, and interests. It's a layered society. It's a very sort of it's made up of exclusionary groups, but the groups are all united in one way or another by virtue of the fact that they are British. Now, in addition to shaping policy at the national level, these identities also shape how party is lived and experienced at the popular level. Because what you're going to see in just a second is that's how party became part of that's how party identity developed at the popular level. It was something that was experienced and lived. It became an essential part of the being of an individual. And how does that happen? How does party become something that is experienced and lived? Well, it becomes that through making of it a social activity. Party becomes a social activity, and that happens after 1867, mostly through the rise of political clubs at the popular level. The purpose of these clubs is to educate, to indoctrinate, and to mold the popular vote, which in other words means to create allegiances, loyalties, and solidarities around specific party identities and doctrines. And how do they do this? Well, I've already said it. They transform party from a political allegiance to a way of life, from something that is understood rationally according to a set of principles, to something that is experienced and lived and becomes part of the being of a particular person. These political clubs don't just provide a forum for discussing policy. They provide a wide range of social activities which knit together local conservatives with other local conservatives, and local liberals with other local liberals. And the social activities they provide to knit these people together are defined around the identities of Gladstonian liberalism and Disraelian conservatism. So liberal clubs naturally become sites for the moral improvement of their members, and of course, these are alcohol-free zones, because Gladstone, remember, is a big advocate of temperance, which he sees as the sort of what's going to emancipate the working people of Britain. The liberals organize lectures on the history of liberalism and great former liberal statesmen. They organize plays and readings and bazaars, and these are not masculine zones. I said that the Gladstonian liberalism was defined around masculine independence, but it's important to understand that masculine independence for the liberals was a domestic. It was based on a domestic principle. The independent man was independent so that he could take care of his family, and so it was not there was not such a separation of private and public. These two things were connected for the liberals, and so liberal clubs were based on a certain ideal of domesticity. The Conservative Party, on the other hand, was much different. The Conservative Party was purely a masculine party, and it was really the sort of fun party. Conservative Party clubs were places where people went to drink, to play billiards, and to smoke tobacco. In other words, they played to certain forms of sociability which were already ingrained within the male working class. These were largely male activities. So what's the difference here? Well, the liberals are they're explicitly trying to reshape their voters according to a particular, mostly middle class understanding of what respectability is. And thereby, they're pushing aside and even demonizing traditional forms of male working class culture. Well, the conservatives, they're very clever, but the conservatives grab hold of this. They don't push traditional forms of culture away. They don't demonize those forms of sociability. They grab onto them. The conservatives, by doing this, become a very sort of effective party at gaining working class popular support towards the end of the century. In fact, the end of the century in British popular politics is in part defined by this renaissance of popular, what is called popular Toryism. And the reason for this renaissance of popular Toryism, some historians argue, and I would make the same argument, is largely because of these clubs and their particular identity. The clubs were successful not only because they were fun, but because their attachment to traditional forms of working class culture acted as an implicit critique of what the liberals were doing. The conservatives could say that the liberals are trying to remake you, they're trying to reshape you, they don't understand you. The conservatives became the party of the everyday man, of the working man. They said, we won't try to reshape you. Your forms of sociability are acceptable here, which is, of course, a very different meaning than that which was generated by liberal clubs. The liberals, in turn, were able to be represented by conservatives as a group that had been hijacked by evangelicals who desired not to protect the liberties of the working man, or of the ordinary Briton, really, but to circumscribe those liberties. And when I say the ordinary Briton, or the working person, really, we're talking about the working man from the conservative perspective. Conservative message is really a masculinist message, you see. And this is a very sort of powerful one at the end of the 19th century, because as you're going to hear in Professor Vernon's later lectures, at the end of the century there's this huge anxiety over British masculinity. This sense that public and private are collapsing, that women are being more public and in places they shouldn't be, that men are losing what were traditionally their privileges. And the conservatives provide a message that is based on that anxiety, that exploits that anxiety, and because it exploits that anxiety, it's exceptionally successful. And the Conservative Party, from the end of the 19th century forward, is hugely successful. It's not only a period at the end of the century where they gain popular support. That popular support transcends the 19th century into the 20th. The Conservative Party is really the most successful political party probably in the Western world. It rarely loses elections in the 20th century. And part of the reason it rarely loses elections are the identities it forms in the 19th. Okay? The nationalist identity. The Conservative Party becomes a party of the British nation and the British working man. So let's go back to the beginning here and see and go over what the essential points again were, because I want to sort of conclude by just going over this again. What do we see in the process of British democratic development? Well, first, we see it's not actually a process, right? It's a series of things. It's accidents, it's processes, it's developments, and all of these things are sometimes democratic, sometimes undemocratic, and sometimes both democratic and undemocratic. The 1832 Reform Act is democratic in the sense that it enfranchises constituencies which have huge populations but previously had no representative, but it's undemocratic in the sense that it weakens the power of the crowd in a population where the vast majority of people don't have a vote, and it's undemocratic in the sense that it takes votes away from women. So this is not a straightforward transition from an antiquated undemocratic system to one that is more democratic. Think too about parties, right? In the unreformed system, there were what are seen as corrupt practices, but these corrupt practices were in some ways equalizing, socially equalizing. Right? They enabled the constituent, whether he had the vote or didn't have the vote, or whether she had the vote or didn't have the vote, to stand on the same ground as the elected representative, to make the elected representative, for however short a period of time, be a supplicant for their vote. Well, when parties develop, this transforms. The individuals are increasingly sort of molded by institutions, by the institution of party. And so this is a realignment of the relationship of power, but it's not necessarily a more democratic realignment. The same goes for party caucuses. In the past, the local representative brought the concerns of the people he represented, or was supposed to anyway, to Parliament, and the procedures of Parliament allowed him to speak. Well, Parliament becomes much more efficient. There's procedural reform at the end of the century, and parties develop, but what happens is the sort of marginalization of the ability of the private member to speak in the House of Commons. He's now disciplined by party, and he's disciplined by procedures which provide the executive branch of the government with increased authority. So, it is not necessarily a progressive history either, is it? So, I'll leave you then with the quote with which we started. And I again want you to think about whether this is a valid statement or whether it's not. At the founding moment of English liberty and democracy, it was the closure of democratic political forms that was most evident. Okay, thank you.